Here, in the southwestern United States, are the most ancient settlements of the nation, the Indian Pueblos. Some of these have been occupied continuously for over 1,000 years. Today, there is still a culture here that reflects the life of the original settlers. In this culture, works of art are not produced merely for display. These objects are created to be used in daily life. Artists and craftsmen here continue to use the traditional materials, forms, and symbols of their ancestors. The arts and crafts still flourish today in some of these pueblos. From the pueblos of the Rio Grande in the east to the mesa-top villages of the Hopi in the west, the Pueblo peoples share a common bond with ancestors who once mastered this land. Walpi, the sacred Hopi Pueblo, where that link to the past is continued through the timeless rituals in the kivas and through art forms that are an expression of the Indian's life. During a dance, women watch, while men impersonate Kachinas, representations of the spirit world. Presents are given to children, dolls and rattles. On the surfaces of ceremonial rattles are painted intricate decorations. Bold designs symbolic of rain, corn and harvest, thunder and lightning, all so important to a people whose lives are dependent on a good crop. Symbols of life dominate ceremonial objects. From the masked dancers, the children receive a most important present during the ceremonies: Kachina dolls, which provide religious training. From these dolls, carefully carved from the roots of cottonwood trees, the children learn the history and symbols of over 200 spirits. The Kachinas are the divine beings that mediate between man and gods. When a dancer wears the Kachina mask, he is believed to receive the spirit of that Kachina. Through him, prayers are carried to the gods asking for rain and for the well-being of the people. This shalakomana is an example of early Kachina art. Feathers are attached to the ends of an ornate headdress, bearing terraced designs of rain clouds. Shalako Kachinas represent the giant couriers of the rainmakers, messengers from men to gods. Some Kachinas mock the bad behavior of erring villagers. The fierce ogre Kachina persuades children to improve their conduct. Mudhead clowns appear between the dances, their games a welcome relief from the solemn rituals. Every design has an exact meaning that is carried on from generation to generation. The sash of this Hamus Kachina precisely reflects the details craftsmen weave into ceremonial garments. The belts on the dolls perfectly record the woven designs. The Hopi men also weave for other pueblos. Using looms and tools developed over centuries, the Indian craftsman works long hours to recreate the symbols of his forefathers. Silverwork is usually thought of as an ancient craft, Actually, it is one of the most recent to be adopted in the Southwest. Many pieces are produced in commercial numbers, but the finest pieces are unique. The work of craftsmen. Zuni jewelry is known for its high standards of workmanship in stone. Turquoise is set into silver to form clusters. Emphasis is on stone rather than silver. Seashell and stone inlaid in silver form a shalakomana, a reminder of the Zuni's reverence for their Kachina. In contrast, a seashell from San Ildefonso reflects the design of prehistoric inlay jewelry. Basket making is the oldest of Indian crafts. A basket maker must know not only how to weave, but how to gather, harvest, and prepare the materials she needs. The Hopi women are the most skilled artists practicing this craft, and produce the widest variety of designs and shapes. This mudhead clown is surrounded with symbols of harvest. Baskets are made for trade and decoration. In pottery, the Indian expresses himself best. Pottery making flourishes in many of the pueblos, each displaying its own distinctive and traditional style. The thinnest pottery is made in Acoma. The Acoma potter decorates her vessels with sweeping curves and angular shapes. Some are purely geometric, while others include flowers and plants. Another distinctive Acoma design is a stylized bird with a dominant rainbow arch. The bird, a parrot-like form, has a curved beak and long tail. In contrast, Santo Domingo pottery is open in design. The irregular triangles are shaped to create forms against the cream-colored background. Cochiti pottery is recognized by its abundance of water symbols. Bubble-shaped clouds, thunderheads, and lightning bolts express the wish for rain. The Hopi use of color and coordination of design distinguish their pottery from that of any other pueblo. The warm colors are produced from the varieties of clay found near their villages. An old Hopi bowl features a single image, that of the Polimana, the butterfly maiden. The design of a sunflower dominates a Zuni water jar. Deer are painted to bring luck in hunting. A water bird expresses the hope that the jar will never be empty. The most characteristic design of a Zuni life form is a deer with a red line running from its mouth to the heart. Each pueblo respects the design of the others and may not use them except by permission, as in this Acoma version of the Zuni deer. In the past, the potters themselves were unknown. Today, they are respected artists. Blue Corn, potter of San Ildefonso, enjoys widespread fame. Her work is represented in collections and museums around the world. Hopi potter Joy Navasi is famous for her white pottery. She has perfected her exacting techniques over a span of 40 years. Also known as the Frog Woman, she signs her pots with the image of a frog, a mark she proudly inherited from her mother. The signatures of Lucy Lewis, the Feather Woman from Acoma, Minnie from Santa Clara, and Elva Nampeo, a Hopi, are also well known. These are some of the women that have helped change the image of the Indian as a maker of cheap curiosity items. Misunderstood and overlooked in the past, these American artists today provide an incredible creative force, carrying their cultural heritage into the future.